Hey everyone. Okay, I did it again, didn't I? See, I said I couldn't do a tagline because I would never remember what I was gonna say, and then I think that's my tagline. Okay. We got this. I'm gonna be a freaking cheerleader now. We got this. So this is my tips video. Okay, so I like this iris container, and it is at Michael's, and use a 50% off coupon because it's like $9, and hey, pay less, right? This is the organizer I like to keep the stuff I always use. So I have like my tiny attacher. I have no nails, so I need these things. These are like my must-haves. Like if they broke today, I would need to go run out and buy some more, or else I'd be like, you know, licking my finger trying to pick up stuff because I have no nails. So, and then this little thing, I don't know where I got it from, but it is great. You know what? I didn't put my phone on vibrate. So it unclogs your little glue containers and stuff. So, and then a lot of the stuff I have in here, I never knew until my daughter gave me her close to my heart snips, her little scissors, how important fine tip sharp little scissors were. Never knew it until I got them, and now I'm like, oh, I cannot live without them. They're awesome, so awesome. So and then I have my Costco scissors. Look at how much I use them. They're all full of stuff, and so every once in a while you got to clean them. That's when I usually ask the hubs, can you please clean this? So this is what I have next to me on my desk. Let's go to the next thing. I have all pulleys in here, so this should be fun with me moving around. I am big on organization. Organization to me means cleanup is a snap when you have things organized. So when I have a big mess on my desk, it takes me about 20 minutes to clean up everything because I have it all organized, and I love it. This is a container I found at what's that place called? Tractor Supply, and it was on clearance. So I got it. I got 2 of them, and I store all my wood veneers in here. So that way I can just look through. They're clear, they're fun, and then they have 3 different sizes. So then I have the bigger ones in the open container. So look for those things. Look for the things that are not normal, because I'm sure this is like a fishing tackle box kind of thing. So this is how I store my wood veneers, and they're on my window. So that's a good one. If it wasn't for my selfie, I would not do Project Life at all. Without a printer at home, I think you're kind of at a disadvantage, I want to say, because you have to wait for your prints and everything else, and then it gets discouraging, and then time flies, and it's just it's just not, to me, it's not worth it to do Project Life if you don't have a home printer of some sort, so, or some way of getting them ASAP. So I live in a small town, we don't have that many options, and all our stuff is like 15-20 minutes away from my house, and I can't do that. On YouTube, I saw one of the ladies, she had her fuse tool in the big Stampin' Up box, because I'm a Stampin' Up demo, and we sell the big containers, and I thought she was so smart. So yeah, I got one, and I was like, this is great. It fits perfectly, and then you can label it, and you can decorate it, you can do all that stuff on here. So that is perfect for the fuse tool. So you guys are talking to me on Facebook right now. And on Facebook, I did the whole bins where I do the color. I sorted all my stuff by color. It made my life easier, I felt, because that's how I do Project Life, with collections of PL cards, but everything in embellishments. It's all a hodgepodge of embellishments here and there. So this is like my green container. I have one of those dynamo label makers. I love my label maker. Some of those weird things I'm like, oh, let's spell it right though. So we can't speak it right or say it right, but dang it, we can spell it right, because hello, Google's your friend. So all my green stuff is in here, and it's when this is the bin I used for the week 33 because I had the blues and the greens. Now I don't have a lot of greens, I don't have a lot of reds or oranges, so what I ended up doing was, for the ones I did have a lot of, whoops, I'm gonna fall over a dog, I swear I am. Let's see, let me move this right here. I had a ton of pink. I had a ton of pink, and so I bought the bigger container. I had the measurements on Facebook, so I would go on there if you want to know what the sizes were, because I don't know what they are. I didn't leave them on here, but this is all my pink, so I put all the pink stuff in here, and I thought this works out for me. Every color of pink, it doesn't, or coral, you know, that kind of thing. If it's kind of like a pinky tinge like the coral from Summer Vibes, it's in here. So anything like that, it's in here, and it works out perfectly. So I have the bigger one I combined the black, gray, and the brown. I combined all those three because I don't need all these bins, so I just did 3 for 1 of the bins. And then I have the blue. So blue, black, gray, and brown, and pink I had the most of, so they have the big containers. You know what, let me reach up here and I'll show you what I mean about the black, gray, and brown. Oh, here, look it, I left this one. I did it, you know what, I left this because I knew I was going to do a video of it. So let me try and put it up here. Yep, see, that's the one. That's this SKU number, the SKU, is that what they call it? So, and let's see, and then this is the iris container. Whoop, the iris container. So this is the blacks, the browns. Oh, and I have silver in here because I didn't have a lot of silver. I don't have a lot of that stuff, so I put it in here. And this is easy for me because I love to sift. Now I'm going to repeat myself a few times in this video because if you saw my room tour, I explained how I did some things at that time also. So I don't mean, well, so I am going to repeat myself. It's not like I don't mean to. I am purposely repeating myself just in case you haven't seen the other video. But these are I have 3 of these, and the rest of them are all small. Now what I ended up doing, I'm going to fade in and out because I got to move stuff, okay? And with 3 bullies inside a small room and moving is a little difficult. So I also did collection. This is chic tags. You see that? Chic tags. And I put the whole collection of chic tags. I got this Black Friday of last year, and I like keeping it together. I could sort them, but you know, I didn't mind them being in here because there's so much of it. I mean, there's like a ton of it, so I just rather stick the collection in here. So that is the chic tag. And then what I also did was enamel dots. I have a ton of these, and I'm sure all of us do because they're amazing. So I just stuck them all in here. They're all the enamel sort of stuff, all in here. It's easy for me to find, and it's fun for me to find. So it's like Christmas every time I open up all of these bins. So that keeps me encouraged and keeps me going with loving my stuff, right? Paper trimmers. I think they're important for Project Life. I have the Creative Memories one, and I have the Caterpillar Crop because I only have limited space, so I needed the small one. I know they have the big one, which is I think the size of this, but it's too big. I don't need that. So, and then it extends out. And it also has a light, but I'll tell you what, I'm pretty freaking cheap and I don't want to buy batteries for that. So I'm like, I have lights everywhere. I don't need that, but it does light up. So we're always scrounging for batteries everywhere. So I'm like, I don't need batteries. No, we don't need them. So they'd probably be in here for like a day and then someone would need them. Now, Danica Canada, she's on YouTube. She's my friend on YouTube, and she's on Project Life Obsessed. She had her tips video also. That girl's a genius. She really is. So she has these stamps and all these single stamps. So I had this little 6x8 album still, and what I did is I stuck mine in my little Becky Higgins, and I think someone here are Stampin' Up also, of the little page protectors. And so she stuck her stamps in there in the little page protectors, and I thought that was genius. So I went and got my little album and I did the same thing. I totally copied her because that was this cool. So I only did it one-sided. I'm sure you can stick like a white cardstock or a clear. clear a stock clear in the back, and that way you could see it a little bit better, but I can see it just fine. I don't mind. So, and I had the tall ones in here. That's Mama snoring. So and then the individual, see how you have the individuals? Those are so cool. Can you see that? I think you can. So hubby was cleaning out the gutters, so we haven't tried out the phone yet, but I have planned on a lot more videos coming out in the next few days, so we'll have time to practice. So this is awesome. And then I didn't want to see, and I had the Kelly Perking, they fit in here perfectly. I didn't want to the Studio L2E, I did not want to take it out because I like the thing it came in, the envelope it came in, so I punched holes in this instead, and then I added it in the whole area. Now it worked out perfect. So that's the idea for the stamps. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demo, so I have the other stamps on my shelf. If you've seen my room tour, then you'll have seen how I have it all on one shelf all together, so I don't need any single things like that for Stampin' Up. So these are all just the single Studio 29 designs and that kind of thing. She has a lot of single stamps every month, and they're awesome. The fuse tool, let's go back to the fuse tool. Now this is going to be in the week, like last week or 2 weeks ago we went to Disneyland. My new thing is from that trip is I'm going to collect pennies. Pennies are something that I want to do, and only the ones we like, not anything else. So what I did is I got the fuse tool. I got the little 6x8 album. This is going to go in my 12x12. You'll see that, and then I'll be decorating this for that time. But I just wanted to show you now that if you have the fuse tool, you can easily do this. I have a love-hate relationship with that thing. I really do. I want to love it, but it gives me problems. And so I'm like, I'm just gonna go and have fun. So I had fun in freehanding everything, and I had fun, and that's all you can do. So if you're gonna be a stickler for straight lines and everything else, good luck, because I'll tell you what, that thing was a pain in the butt. I turned off my big lights on top to try and figure out how the glare can be. But you see all the little lines? Those are from me, but I wanted them to stick up straight and not move around. So this is my new penny holder. So that will be in my week, I don't know, like 45. What am I needing? And then the Stampin' Up! Also has, they have all the medium, small, large clear stamp holders. And so what I ended up doing was I stuck my paper issues, all my little doilies, I stuck in here because these can easily be stored and not have any, don't need any room. So I labeled them the doilies and stuff. So they're in here. So that's one way to do things for fragile stuff, because this stuff bends, so you don't want that to happen. And then, okay, and then close to my heart, they have these bins that are amazing. I said it before, I love quality stuff, and if I'm going to spend money, I'm going to do it right, because if I'm moving things and in and out and slamming things on top of each other, doing that kind of thing, I want them to last. And if you go to the dollar store for these kind of things, they won't last. And so I spent the money, and this is what made me go tell my daughter Chiyanne. I'm like, Chiyanne, can you become a demonstrator, because I need more of these things. So she is a demonstrator for CTMH. I'll link her website in the comments also. Let me open that. So if you see my room tour, then you'll know that all my Stampin' Up! Framelits are right here. So these are my 6x6 papers. They fit perfectly. I don't know why I opened it, because I want to show you this way. So all of these are 6x6 papers, and they fit perfect. No problems to shut the lid. You even have room to put some on top if you needed to, if you have that many. And I don't mind wasted space, because this is it has 4 compartments. I don't need it, so I'm not worried about it. But so I put all mine right here. And yeah, so these are all 6x6 papers, and they fit. And this is the large, I believe, container. So let's see. I've showed you this before, but these little things are always on sale at Michael's now. They're like $3.33 when they're 3 for $10, and they are perfect. They're the 12x12 containers, and this is how I store my chipboard, because I love, this is my favorite embellishment. This is my favorite way to get embellishments, is on the 12x12 chipboard paper. I love it. This is like fun for me, and I don't have all of them, because for me, I have to be able to use 90% of what I buy in order for me to buy it, and the other 10% I give away, or sometimes I have on giveaways. So so I don't have all of them, but I do have some of them, and I love them. But they fit perfectly in here in the container. See, they fit in their plastic, so you don't even have to take them out. And then what I do is on the bottom, you know how we flip up? Well, I cut off that bottom part, bottom portion, that way on all my embellishments, so that way I can slip them in and out with no problem. See? So they fit perfect. Probably $3.33. So this is perfect for that. And these are also durable, so I recommend those. My washi. This is the close to my heart small container. So this is how I store my washi in here. And they fit perfectly, and they have room to add more. And then if you were doing the trading, I had the cards to roll them. So they roll on there perfectly. And then some people put them on, these are part of the pocket letters I got. So people put them on tags and they have no problem coming off. So this is how I store these. And this is the close to my heart small container. I never latch things because I'm always in and out of things, and it would drive me nuts if I had to open them and unlatch them every time. So that's the washi, and that's the small container. Works out perfectly. If you guys are doing December daily right now, I recommend putting all your Christmas stuff into one bin. So this is where I have all my stuff, and I just did that pocket letter. So this is all my Christmas stuff is in here, and that way when you're doing your December daily, you can take your bin anywhere you want. If you're watching TV in the living room, take your bin with you. You know, start cutting. You only need a cutter in your bin. It's perfect. So I recommend doing that. And this is the iris container also. It's also the 333. I think they were 333 now. Now, thickers. This is how I store my thickers in these albums. And then, like I said, if you have a fuse tool, get the 12 by 12 paper or 12 by 12 page protectors and fuse down the middle. And then that way your thickers can go in with no problem. Because you can buy, this one is the one that you can buy through Amazon, but they're kind of spendy, and you don't need to spend that kind of money if you have the fuse tool. Just do it yourself and just go down, measure of course, and then measure down the line, and it's perfect. So 12 by 12 page protector, go down. It works out, and this is perfect to hold all the thickers. Okay, we're speeding along here. This is how I store my page protectors. Some of you are asking about that, and then I label them. At the time I ran out of labels, and so I just marked it in there. But what I end up doing is I stuck these the little ones in there, and then my pocket letter, you know, you get like 100 of them for like $7. So design A, these are all design A right here, and then you go down to B. This is all B. So you just do the whole alphabet, and this is how I know what to do to store them. So that is this one. And then what I also like to do when I'm doing a project and I go, oh, what's the size I need? Well, what I did is I ended up printing out a Becky Higgins. She has the printable, and I printed out the little papers, and then I marked what I have and what I don't have, and some of these need to be moved to the front, but it's just a cheap thing I did. But and then when I'm like going, oh, I have this configuration, big word for me, I look and I go, okay, this one, oh yeah, this is it, design U, and then I go to my design and see if I own it or not. So that is what I do. Hopefully you guys are still with me and you understand what I'm saying. Embellishments. This is how I store my embellishments with the other large container. So this is how I sift. I go through every one, and I pull out stuff, but they fit perfect in here. So we have most of the stuff's from Paper Issues. So I should take stock in our store. And then like your 12 by 12, but your papers, your what are these? Where's it at? The other half. When you have the, I think they went like this. when you have the sheet of 12 by 12 paper, all I do is cut it out, and then that way, and then I have the edges right here, and I have the other edge, and it's the same one. Put your stuff down like that. But all my bigger embellishments are all in here, so they fit in here perfectly. So yeah, so that is the large one. See, and I don't mind printing on all my stuff because it has its own spot. This is the medium container. So this is the medium. This is the one I use for my smaller embellishments, like these little packs I put in here. These fit. If you have the Heidi Swap stuff, these, if you have these, you'll know what size they are, and they fit perfectly. So this is for the smaller ones. That way I know what I have, and I like everything to be stored. So these I could put into one of those little wood things, but I don't mind because they're nice quality wrapper, so I don't mind putting them in here. And I, like I said, I sift. This is what I do when I PL. So this is the medium one. And let's see, when these are the Antonius from oh, this video went extra long, so sorry guys. This is how I store these for now. This is the mixed media stuff in the iris containers. They fit perfect in here. So yeah, so this works, and that goes on top of my Rascog. It also at IKEA. I'm a card maker, and IKEA has these little bins, which you could probably get at the dollar store, but this is for my card making buddies. I'm Stampin' Up, so I do the in color Brights, Regals, and when I have card class, I just pull out, or when I'm making cards and I need a specific color, I pull out what I need this way. These are all the ones that still need to be folded, and I'm lazy and I put them in there, so you know, hey, I'm not perfect. So that is how I store my cardstock. Embossing folders. I got this little bin at the dollar store, and I store all my embossing folders. I love them. They're my favorite. So in fact, I'll show you. This is the card I made, and my card class will be making it. But this is an embossing folder, and this is all my design, and so all I did was pull out my brick embossing folder, see, and then that's it. So because I love embossing folders, so all that is there, and that's in front of me because I'm constantly using it. But it's just a dollar bin, so, and it works out perfectly. So, and then I found my flowers, and so this is the medium close to my heart bin, and all my flowers fit in here, so it's perfect. Just bring out a color sift, have a little flower parade, and you're good. So that is the medium one. Oh, okay, and then the most important one is the PL cards. The Project Life cards fit in the medium. So what I ended up doing, because I scrap by collection. I will not scrap by color with my cards. So they're all, I have them here. Let me see if I can show you guys. So this one says Maggie Holmes. So this is the Maggie Holmes 3x4s. So I end up having them here, and then I have them where I put them into the container. But then when you come over here, you'll have the Maggie Holmes. Where is it at? I had them organized, and I'm sure they're organized, but I got some more in, but either way, so, oh, this is probably it, right? So, yeah, and so I have the coordinating 4x6 over here, so, and vice versa. Yeah, see, honey's here, and honey's here, cherry, amber, so they're all right here, and I just flip and I see what colors my pictures are screaming at me, and then I grab the collection I want, and then I play around with it, and I go, well, this ain't gonna work, and then I go get another one. So I have three containers of these because I don't want to pack them. I don't like squish stuff. I end up having my cuticles, because I bite my nails, they're off, so if I reach my hand in there, I always skin off my my skin. I always skin myself if I'm reaching in there because they're too packed, so I prefer them to be loose. So I have and then they have these little ridges, so I put a little container so that it doesn't mess up the backs of my cards. Another little tip, if you have these for the Project Life cards, put a little cushion. So okay, that's how I do my Project Life one. And then 2 more tips and then I'm done. Let's see. Last time when I showed you my room tour, I forgot to scroll over to my little side of my door. This is how I store my, the Close to My Heart has these 12 by 12 plastic containers, or plastic bags. Bags, Mandy. And I punched a hole in them, and I have the IKEA, the little metal rail, and I hook them. So I hook they're hanging up against the side of my door, and this is the current like DSP from Stampin' Up. And then I also do the same thing where my scraps are organized by family, color family. These are the yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So I have the Blushing Bride, Calypso Coral, Marine Mist, the whole collection I have written down here. And then when I have scraps from projects, I stick them in here. And so I have each collection hanging up also. I think I'm done, you guys. I hope I helped in some way. I hope so. Oh, and one of the ladies on Facebook asked me how I store my inks. I have the Stampin' storage. I have that container, or that, what do you call it, the wooden holder. The wooden holder. It holds the Stampin' Up ink pads, the re-inker, and the marker. And that's the 48 one. That is how I store my stuff. But thinking about it, if I didn't have that and I only had like single ink pads like what you're talking about, I probably would use the small, probably the small or the medium container from Close to My Heart, or get a dollar bin. That's, you know, the CD holders, I know a lot of people use CD holders for their ink pads, but I have that and it was worth the money. It really was. So I think that is it, you guys, for the tips video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope I helped you somewhat. If you have any other questions, please ask, and I will be back soon with another video. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you later. Bye.